see what moves do work and don't work for you. What moves do you think that you've really kind of, or what moves kind of are you like, okay, well, this one works, but I'm not going to use this one again? Or are there other ones that you're thinking about trying, but it just hadn't worked out yet?
Um, I mean, since almost day one of my regular matches, I've had my finisher, which is like I do a deadlift power bomb, but I take them kind of like on a roller coaster where they
Right.
go up and around. There's obviously I try and make sure that I can do a move to everybody.
Mm,
Uh, so I've had to deadlift guys that are. I think the biggest guy I picked up was 340.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was a big boy. So I mean, sometimes it's more dependent on. Uh, some guys get a little scared when they're thrown or anything like that.
Hmm.
So if that doesn't work, it doesn't look crisp or good. I'm not as interested in it. I like to make sure everything looks how it should look.
Hmm.
So uh, I still train to this day. So um, I'm trying stuff all the time. So there's probably a ton of stuff that I was like, I don't like the way that looks. But I mean, I don't need to be doing lucha arm drags and things like that. So I had to learn how to be a big man. Because again, I never thought of myself as a big man until I became a big man, and I power bombed. My the guy that books me, and he's like, the only way you're going to be a big man is by beating a big man. So he booked me against another big name, and I had to pick him up and power bomb him and show that I could do it. So uh, it's yeah, for a move set, it's just trial and error, and then see what bites.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, obviously you'll think something's going to work, and then you get out in front of a crowd, and it no reaction whatsoever. So you're like, okay, well maybe we'll change this next time.
Yeah, I mean, I know what's going on in my head, but they don't. So they're all visual, and so if
Right.
something doesn't look how it's supposed to look, well, you're gonna look the fool.
Yeah, sure. Now you're a father and a husband as well. What does the balance look like for you? Because obviously, like you said, you're a manager for multiple venues as well. You travel for work, and then you're having to also do husband stuff and father stuff. What does the balance kind of look like for you?
My wife doesn't like me all the time, that's for sure.
I don't think
Uh,
any wife or girlfriend likes their significant other all the time.
yeah, I really do my best. I've got two young kids, so walk you through a week. Um, like on Mondays, I drive my kids to school or daycare, go work out, and then I'll go to work, and then I come home, pick them up, and then Tuesday, I'm at work a little later. I go train at a wrestling studio, and then Wednesday, same thing with the kids. Uh, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, if I am if I'm local, I'll go wrestle a show,
Mm.
and then I will go back to work and work until probably about 4 a.m. and then get up the next day with the kids. If I'm not local, obviously I'm traveling, so it is what it is. Part of the deal with my work is I get to wrestle.
Nice.
That was one of the stipulations when I came on. And then, yeah, man, it's just there's some days you go without sleep. Like last night, I worked till 4 a.m. I was up at, you know, by the time I get to sleep, it's about 5, and I was up, around 9 with the kids. And now I'm heading off to work right now. So,
Well, I'm glad you could fit us in for
yeah,
during your busy schedule as well.
yeah. I mean, I don't do a lot of podcasts. Usually
Oh,
they're usually all the same kind of questions. But I when I checked out your Instagram and stuff, I was like, yeah, I'll do this.
well, thank you. I hope
Yeah.
that there have not been any repeats or very few repeats.
No, there's some that I anticipate, but
Yeah.
I like talking to new people and seeing other people's perspectives, and it's appreciative when people ask me. I'm not rude. I'm not like, oh God, no, I'm not going to do that. But it's it's uh, it's just a timing thing. I really
Yeah,
do
that's
my
true.
best to try and get everything fit into a busy life, and I live in Toronto. It is not cheap here,
No,
and
that's why my brother had to move out to Brantford.
yeah, like my wife and I used to live right downtown Toronto,
Mm.
but we moved a little bit out. Um, but it's not a cheap place to live.
That is definitely what I've heard. And when he showed me some of the prices for homes, I was like, "Eve, no, thank you." I thought
Oh
DFW was bad.
yeah, it's. I mean, my wife's actually dual citizen, so we were looking at trying to find her a job so that we can go down to the states. But you know, not as easy as everyone thinks either.
Yeah, it took my brother quite a because his wife is actually Canadian, so he had to eventually get the dual citizen stuff. But yeah, it took him a minute to actually get all that worked out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a
Now
lot
I
of
have a
lawyers.
second. Yeah, it's all work really. Now I have a segment on the show. I call it the five counts. Just five random questions. Just answer quick as possible.
All right, I'll do my best.
What is your workout music of choice?
Uh, it's a playlist called Gym Beats, so it's a little heavier rap and a bit of hip hop mostly.
Nice. If you owned a liquor company, brewery, winery, or coffee shop, which one would you own and what would the name be?
Uh, I almost did own a rum company.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, it'd probably be a brewery, and the name would be. Uh, I can't think of one. I need time on that one, man.
I mean, Clutch Brews is not a bad one.
That's actually a beer already.
Is it? Ah,
Yeah,
son of
I get tagged in it every
a-
every couple weeks. We'll call it power bombs. There you go.
Hey, I like that one a lot. Is this
Yeah.
Clutch Brews a Canadian or American just brewery?
I just assume, I have no idea. I just
Okay.
get tagged in it once in a while.
Well, I'm gonna look them up and we're gonna figure something out so you can get a
It
beer.
might just be Clutch Beer. I can't remember which one it is.
I'm gonna do some research and you're gonna get your own beer.
There you go.
What are three things people would not expect about you?
Um, when they see me as a wrestler, they don't expect me to be a girl dad.
Yeah,
Uh, I won a me and my buddy won a baking contest on the Food Network or the Cooking Channel in the States.
yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, we won 10 grand baking cakes,
Jeez.
and another thing would probably be uh, probably that I'm not as big of an asshole as everyone thinks.
Well, that's a good one.
It's literally what my wife told me when she met me. So I just
Who
got
or
one
what?
of those faces.
Sometimes you have that face is like, I don't know about this one.
Yeah.
Who or what inspires you?
For wrestling.
Life.
Um, my everyone's gonna say their parents because I've got a good relationship with my parents. So they're the ones that kind of instilled who I am. So I'll say that.
That's awesome.
But
And what would you?
if I'm going for wrestling, it's got to be Macho Man.
Oh, for sure. Just put on any old promo and it's
Yeah,
gold.
yeah.
Uh, what would you tell your 17-year-old self?
Follow your dreams.
Love
Follow what. Yeah. Follow what feels right. And then stay away from dumb people.
it. I think you can tell anybody that at any age.
Yeah, there's a lot of people I just regret I gave them the time of day and I wish I hadn't.
Sometimes you have to learn that lesson, really.
Yeah, I know, but there's so much wasted time.
It's
I
true.
did, yeah, you just care too much on certain things. So I like the art of not giving a two shits a lot. No.
That's good.
Thank you so much to Clutch Jessie V for being on the show. Again, the Canadian scene is booming, and if you are close or in the Canadian country of Canada, that's right, I said it that way, definitely go make sure you check out Clutch Jessie V, or check out, he was on Impact recently, he's been on AEW, and, he's making his name out there. So definitely go out and check out Clutch Jessie V and all the other fantastic Canadian wrestling scene and wrestlers that are out there. So while you're doing all that, make sure to sign up for our newsletter. It comes out twice a week. You get even more information about our guests. You get fun facts, and you get to find out what's happening with your favorite podcast, all about beer, coffee, booze, and Brewsers. Speaking of which, make sure to also follow us on the social medias. It is Brewsers Pod. That is BREWSCRSPOD on the Instagram, the Threads, and the Twitter. If you want to send us an email, it is brewserspod@gmail.com. And if you want to follow me directly, it is Rody John. That is RODIEJON. Rody John is the name on the Twitter and on Untapped, in case you want to find out what I'm drinking. If you want to follow me on the Instagram or the Threads, it is official Rody John. And if you want to send me an email, it is rodyjohn@gmail.com. So until next time, make sure to enjoy life, drink local, and cheers.